Everybody, it's Victos. Time to run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a fantastic start to your Tuesdays here. Thank you all very much for the support in yesterday's Tainted Keeper video, as well as the Get Down Mr. President Challenge. I do appreciate it. Here's your meme of the day here, brought to you by Prestigious Turn 268, once again on the Invictus subreddit. Top there was Isaac Map Sizes Lately screenshot from episode 219. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. Yeah, that's been the excuse of every single map, I think, lately, as we've all attested to. We even saw some actual statistics backing that up. That well, it's the same amount of rooms, but they're much larger. Oh my gosh, that is a Sumptorium start. Whiskey 2, Zulu Tango November 7. We've got Bad PhD along with Sumptorium. Interesting. So Bad PhD is going to essentially do what PhD does, except it will take stats instead of give you stats most of the time. And it will also sometimes spawn you hearts, as you just saw right there. But the nice thing is that it does identify pills. So if you find a pill you don't like, then guess what? You just don't have to take it. Most of the time, though, you'll end up trading off a stat that gives you a damage upgrade, which is the only real true benefit, I would say, of False PhD, other than the random soul hearts you get from, like, Curse the Maze. Or Are You a Wizard, that sort of thing. Now, of course, we also have Sumptorium, which is going to give us a massive, massive boost for our early game DPS here and just be good throughout the entire run, I hope, anyway. So every red heart that we get is just going to be one more Claudia that we can put down and start wasting everything. But obviously, if we find something better, I'm going to take it. Sumptorium is not the end-all be-all, but it might as well be. It's definitely a hard carry item for sure. If you have the HP, that's the predication on that. You must have enough HP to where you can replenish your soul hearts, but also, you know what? Yeah, we'll take a half-price key. You need to be able to replenish your soul hearts, but also, of course, make sure you don't die from the lack of HP because, well, you're going to be using all your HP as fuel, essentially fuel for the fire. But it is worth it, though. I mean, having this amount of HP early on, even if we just had 3 red hearts, is more than enough to be able to get a ton of Claudies built up in the early goings, especially since how often that you get to see red hearts drop. You can just instantly convert them into Claudies. And yes, I am going to be going through the hassle of picking up that cardio coin because we're going to need it. Even though it wasn't a big room, of course. The Claudies, of course, they also help you out because they act as orbitals and blockers, which is nice. They are fragile. They used to have their own HP bar, but now they I mean, I guess they still technically do, but they decay over time now. They kind of get rotten. And the game won't remove it by itself from them just simply existing, because that would kill the item. But it does rapidly decrease the amount of HP they have, up to the point where they'll get to a certain point where if they hit any damage whatsoever, they will get removed from the game. So you have to be careful, and it is a little micro intensive, which can be annoying for some people. Occasionally, whenever the game just whenever the game does put them in an awkward spot, especially if you end up walking through a door at a certain way, it can be a little unwieldy, like this room here, and that's another type of room that's annoying, are the maze rooms. Thankfully, they no longer are affected by spikes. However, they can still be run into red poops. They can still be run into spike rocks as well, which is no bueno. Obviously, we're going to have to contend with clown physics here. Our tears rate's good. Our movement speed's not good, but our tears rate is good. Solid. They just happen to go at the pincer angle attack, huh? There's so many Claudies here that we're actually preventing Haunt from moving at his normal speed. Merc 2 of our Claudies. We get damage upgrade, which is apparently something we needed because that fly was immortal. On the last piece question of the episode coming in from Mr. Zulu, who said, question of the episode, what are your thoughts on an item that would change the different versions of Isaac on use, like the clicker, except it would change expansions like Rebirth, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus, etc. I think that would be hilarious. That would be awesome. You could definitely manipulate that in so many ways. I would instantly put it to Rebirth and then just never look back. So, you know, balancing might need a little work, but overall, I think it's a funny idea. Now, I don't know about the technical know-how behind that, as I'm sure that would cost a lot of programming power to switch between expansions willy-nilly like that. But it would be a good item. That's definitely wacky enough to where it fits the sort of thematic nature of the modern Isaac items, like TM Trainer, for example, where, you know, it's wacky. It's so wacky, nobody knows what it does except kill you over and over again. We definitely want to get a we want to get access to the shop here. 22 cents is more than enough for us to get a premium item. Let's check out the super secret room, and yes, you can bomb your own Claudies, so you have to be aware of that. Burnt pennies, burnt bad. Maybe saying, "Oh, what's the matter? Why would you pass up the opportunity to get a bomb every time you pick up a coin?" Well, the problem with that is that unfortunately it doesn't always work like that, and it likes to spawn troll bombs on you more often than not, and they are also mega troll bombs, which can be even more dangerous, like legitimately dangerous. Got our golden Claudie here. I'm not going to open up the golden chest because I want to go into the store if we could ever find it. Slight misplay there. I should have moved that chest over to the right-hand side. The secret room is most likely there, and that could have killed two birds with one stone. Could have opened up the chest as well as scouted out the secret room. You're seeing how much I'm trying to protect our Claudies as much as possible here. And that's just something you have to do. That's a feature of the item. If you want Sumptorium to stick through the passage of time throughout a run with you in a healthy situation, then you must protect your Claudies. You must do that. That is not a random thing. 3 cents would get us the 9-volt, which I'm definitely down for. Let's go back here and open up this golden chest, and it just might be in there, and it will be. So the 9-volt's going to supercharge whatever space bar item we have, which of course right now is Sumptorium. And it's nice. It's nice for Sumptorium. You don't have to wait the long cooldown for it to reset, so you can chew through your HP even faster. But obviously, it's more long-term benefit is with different active items that have better activation effects. That's not to say there's anything wrong with Sumptorium, of course. It just doesn't go with 9-volt. As well as some other active items. Feel mad over the fact that we slid into the spike there. You finally get a movement speed upgrade. And Satanic Bible is pretty good with the... It's pretty good with 9-volt. Guppy's Tail is such a bad... It's such a bad pull on the first floor, man. But it doesn't cost us any items, or it doesn't cost us any HP. So I suppose I'll take it, but gotta get some keys now. Problem with Guppy's Tail is the simple fact that it costs you key spawns. It does as it gets a key. E-Bizzle. But the benefits are there if you do happen... Okay, game. Now the game's just screwing with us. If you do happen to get a bunch of keys, then you'll be rewarded with chests pretty much at the end of every single room. Theoretically, anyway. And obviously, it counts as a Guppy item as well, which is good. So if we can manage to find a couple more Isaac or Guppy items on this run, that'd be great. We're most likely going to lose all of our clots in here. I'm also just not realizing that our range is doo-doo. Like, supreme doo-doo here. Yeah, there goes all of our clots. As predicted. The way that those homing shots curve around is death sentence to our Clotty gang fans out there. Sorry, D-Bizzle. For now, we've got to get our Clot army back up before we start thinking about moving away from Sumptorium. Which includes, but is not limited to, also stopping D-Bizzle from taking our red hearts for refills. Seagram should be there. Bizzle took that heart, so I couldn't grab it. Yeah, we'll take Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades gives us a chance to get tarot cloths or tarot cards from drops. See, look, there's another one of my many brain fascination mix-ups. Every single time I try to talk about tarot cards, I end up saying tarot cloth. Trying my best to keep the Clotties alive, but Rag Mega is doing his darndest. Man, he's ducking so much. Ooh. Spoonbender. Oh man, this is tough. I gotta go Spoonbender. It's so rare to see me pass up. Oh, and Great Devil Deal, by the way. So rare to see me pass up a Tears upgrade, especially when we need it. But Spoonbender is beyond good. You know what? I will take M. Why not? We could go back, but remember we've got we don't have a lot of keys here, so. Diplopia is a pretty good. Let's use Sumptorium first. Let's see what it turns into. Okay, it turns into decap. Okay, and then we have the Eternal D6. Which we will get a full charge with Diplopia. I'm going to take Diplopia. I'm going to use Diplopia. I'm going to grab this. And it consumed it. Turned into Metronome. Okay, it gave us Bobby Bombs, which gave us 5 bombs. And I didn't see what that was. It teleported. I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest. I didn't mean to buy that, but we have a reverse. It's 2 reverse lovers cards now. Okay, we're not totally done on this floor yet. Could be interesting here. Okay, we get the dull razor blade. What the hell is the regular secret room? It has to be there. It has to be between the. No, it's right here. Never mind. Take it back. It's right next to the curse room. The guppy item. Okay. So That's 2. We get Transcendence. Yo, that's going to allow us to get the golden poops, too. That was me using the dull razor blade, by the way. So Transcendence is now going to give us flying, which means that we could pick up all this money over here and possibly even get the counterfeit penny, which would be amazing. There it is. Probably should have looked for that beforehand. But we're not done with M yet, though. Not quite yet. Okay, it gave us the Anarchist Cookbook, which does count towards Beelzebub, I believe, if you roll into it. Gonna take this one final reverse lovers card here, and we get. Now that is one of the best plays that we've done this year, I would say. Definitely in the running for play of the year so far. From going from the floor was pretty much over to deciding to go after Diplopia, which led to the Lovers cards, which led ultimately to Transcendence. And then on top of all that, we're rolling our items here with M. That is incredible. So I am gonna stick with M, I think. Bloody Caves 1, yeah, we're not gonna make boss rush, so yeah, let's have some M wackiness. Man, what a floor. We get Rock Bottom here, which is going to make sure that we can't lose stats anymore. Any temporary stats that are given to us by way of tarot card or by way of temporary buffs or something like that, those are all now going to be permanent. And unless we somehow lose Rock Bottom, which that is not happening. So huge turn of events there. Now we just got to start getting some stats. Didn't see that we were on a full charge. Monstrous Tooth, got to be careful using it here. By the way, if you don't know what M does, if you haven't figured it out by now, M is a trinket that will randomize your spacebar item every time you use it on a full charge. And yes, it can land you anything from Death Certificate to Damocles, so and anything in between. It's always a fun time. It can be clutch as well. There are times where M will turn a run around totally. That should have opened up that chest, I think. It's just wacky enough, and the gamble is there. The payoffs are big enough to where I do invest in taking some stock out on M. I don't think D-Bizzle has had a chance to give us anything yet. I am going to go back here and look for the item room. There we go. Speed down. Again, none of these matter because we can't lose stats. We can only gain stats. I'm going to use Flush just to roll it. Get Brown Nugget, which is fine. Book of Blau doesn't really matter. Fortune Cookie wouldn't be bad if it still paid out at a good rate. And that's another thing too that M gives you. It gives you the options. You get your pick of the litter when it comes to your active items. You don't like your active item? Well, just roll it into something else. It's that simple. Not rocket science. Not gonna take Bad Trip. I will take Are You a Wizard, but out here so we can get the Soul Heart. And we are still looking for our item shop. The only thing I've been wanting to find game. But as is tradition, we've got to go to every single room that we must, that we can possibly go to before we find it. Thankfully, keys so far have not really been a problem. I'm going to save Black Hole for the boss. His Sun card as well, nice. Well, we're not gonna use that. If we were achievement hunting, maybe, but we are not. Go back and get this golden chest real quick here. Piece of diamonds, meh. Yeah, it's a pretty good matchup for us with Fallen and Black Hole. It shouldn't be any problem at all. Especially if he just gets frozen by the golden Claudie. We get Death's Touch, too. That's a tears down, but that is a very nice pickup for piercing. So piercing shots plus Spoonbender is going to be extremely, extremely good. And if we can just get more tears, we're going to be golden. Now, as I said previously, as we picked up Death's Touch, it is a tears down technically, but because we have Rock Bottom, we don't get penalized for it. And that's the beauty of Rock Bottom. But you gotta have it. So looking for our third Guppy item. Curse the Twos is still alive and well. If we could just get some Spectral Tears, then we're really going to be pumping. Apparently we're full HP too. I'll hold off on taking that Soul Heart right now, D-Bizzle. That is a big old damage upgrade. And we don't have to worry about the range down. Let's see what this card is. It's going to be a double card, which is going to buff our damage even more. Yeah, we're looking solid here. Our power curve is going insane. Addicted. This gives us a Soul Heart. We can wait on that. If there is a devil deal that we can take on this floor, we can pretty much get an item for free because of how many Soul Hearts there are on the ground. The range down pill. Down goes our last Claudie. I'm gonna drop the okay, yeah, so that's where we end up stopping rolling for now is the D4, because we are not re-rolling this. So we're gonna be actively looking for a different active item re-roll with, because yeah, we ain't D4 in Rock Bottom. And Curse the Blind. Game, you can always pull us back as soon as we're feeling good. Always pull it back here. So we're not going to be able to take a boss rush. Not that we're going to get it anyway, but we also can't take a double deal without knowing what we're picking up. And we get Guppy! So Curse of the Two is no problem. Curse of the Blind is annoying. I guess in a weird way, it's probably good that we didn't get Guppy, because that would have been even more annoying. I know that we have Dreamcatcher and we saw what the item room was, but I've already forgotten, so I don't really care. I think one was big fan, and then I don't remember the other one. But at least with Guppy's eye now, with us being Guppy, we'll be able to see what's inside the chest, so we know if opening up a golden chest is worth it or not. Lots of soul hearts, man. Still no tears ups though. I'm starting to. Well, I'm not questioning not going for wire coat hanger. Let's have it. Okay. It's still. I think taking Spoonbender is still the right play. Tinted rock right next to that tinted skull. Be a tinted rock over here. This pill is here. Are you a wizard pill? So yeah, I'm just gonna pass on the item room. I don't know why we're only shooting one side. That was weird. Oh my god, we still have a Claudie remaining. Where'd the Claudie come from? Didn't realize we still had a Claudie. No, I wanted to take the negative. Damn it. Well, we can use the Fool card, maybe get a sack room. Scapular's good. There's no sack room. We still might be able to find one in a later stage, so I did not mean to take the Polaroid there. I mean, why wouldn't I want to do a victory lap on this one? Let's see if maybe if there's a sack room over here. No. Oh, that's frustrating. I mean, it's not the victory lap dream is not dead, but we've got a. The only thing I'm concerned about is our HP. If we were to find a sack room, but now that we have Scapular, as long as we can get rid of this our HP, which we're about to have an Eternal Heart right now, then we should be okay. Yep. Any tarot cloth, any tarot card that we get is an opportunity to buff our stats by a whole lot, if we can find one. Same thing goes for runes too. I mean, runes can sometimes give you a nice little buff that, if made permanent, can be quite strong. I can't believe that little clot's still alive. I didn't know that we still have one left over from the before times. Definitely could use some more movement speed as well. Our boss. I might as well just go fight the boss. Skull-X not going to be a problem here with piercing shots. And nice. We do get Cat of Nine Tails. Still not a Tears upgrade, but it's more damage and shot speed. Shot speed's always good when it comes to Spoonbender, in my opinion. Spoonbender tends to get out the gate a little bit slower than other tier effects. It's just because the game, the item has to calculate which one's the closest target, so it's not a shot speed down, but it is a little bit of a shot speed down, especially if there's multiple targets in the same room. And I'm full clearing deliberately this time, just because I want to see. Oh yeah, just because I want to see if there's a sack room on this floor, so we can do a victory lap. We don't want the rock bottomness to fade. Good judgment, might as well. Maybe we'll get compass or something like that. LHP is fine. We get our 2 keys as well. Well, this could be promising. This looks like a curve up towards the sack room here. I'm not gonna lie. Magic skin. We're looking for an active item to roll with him, but not magic skin. Wow, more double keys.
Oh, I thought you said that Guppy's tail was gonna kill your key spawns.
Well, it usually does when the game is playing by its normal logic and rules. We all know that that's not set in stone. And yeah, all that for nothing. It was worth it. I mean, well, it wasn't worth it, but it was worth checking for. We can go into the curse room essentially for free because there's that other soul heart on the way back to the boss. Maybe we'll get the pact or something nice, or we'll get cursed eye, which I do not want. Curse the blind. The eye lasers, man, they reload too fast. They need to get another second added to the recalibration before they fire again. They just fire them and the eye lasers, the tech eye lasers, the black ones in Shoal. Those fire way too quickly. They still do. That's something that I brought up to Zombolas a while ago, and they did adjust the rate that they recalibrate their shots, but he did nothing to nerf the reload time in between shots. That's the real problem with the eye lasers. The fact that they track Isaac way too fast and then they just fire it off again. Our movement speed is lacking though. There we go. Sack room, baby. Yeah, so we might as well find the... We might as well go fight the boss now and maybe get an angel deal, even though it is Curse the Blind. Okay, still looking for the boss here. Come on, dude. Short credit we don't really need or want. I'd prefer an Angel D here instead of a Devil Deal just because it's Curse the Blind. But we got a Devil Deal. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. We don't need any more Guppy items. There's no reason. There's a couple of 1 heart double deals that I would take, but none that are truly going to change the face of this run. Okay, so remember we have Scapular, so we can do this infinitely now that we're on a half heart. We just have to walk out and walk back in to reset the cooldown. There we go. Walk out, walk back in. And we are just like that, back to full health. We might as well go see what's inside the boss trap room. We know it's gonna be a boss item, so and we get a trap door as well. Look at that. And it's gonna be super bandage. All right, and then the next one's going to take us to the dark room. Ooh, the pact is definitely what we want. We needed not curses, but we needed tears up. Contract from below, yeah, we can take contract from below is fine. Easy for me to say. I'm glad that we got a Tears upgrade. I'm not glad that we took damage against Cage, but it's the fissures, so that's just gonna happen. I believe that we have 5 HP left. We don't take any more damage here. And we do also have the Polaroid, which is very rare to see. You normally don't have the Polaroid if you come down to the dark room, because it requires you, under usual circumstances, to have the negative. Wow, dude. Okay. Okay, let's shore up this damage here. Range is just so bad. And if Guppy's tail feels like ever spawning us a chest, I'd appreciate it. Get a little extra items here, maybe get an HP upgrade, something like that. There we go. Harbor Cement's great, with Spoonbender especially. We really gotta stop taking damage, though. I think we're down to possibly 2 HP. So, yeah, that crap needs to stop. Black market, but we can't afford any of this in here. Tech point 5. Normally it's an automatic take, but because of the way that Ipecac is woven into it now, I don't know about that. Tree sack. 4.5 volt wouldn't be terrible if we had an HP generator, which we don't. Let's see if the coupon. I mean, the coupon is an active item, so it's going to allow us to at least re-roll something finally, and also give us a free item, which is hopefully going to be Mama Mega. No, Humbling Bundle. And turned back into Monstrous Tooth. So it may seem crazy not to take Tech Point 5, but lest I remind you that Tech Point 5 shoots Ipecac shots that can land point blank from Isaac and hurt him. And we don't have the HP right now anyway. I think any hearts at all would have been nice. The wizard's going to give us a soul heart, so be happy about that. Y'all, both of you need to chill out. I don't know why we keep getting nickels here, but... Get the D6, but of course it's blocked by spikes, so we will not be getting the D6. Not entirely sure how we end up losing the death list in this room here, but that's the reason why death list fell so hard, man. Is just that it collapses whenever you get even a halfway decent. It turns into an item that's just kind of like a whatever. And it's sad because it didn't used to be like that. Oh, we've gone to every which way, man. Get the D and fizzle. But at least we can go back and roll the black market. Now we didn't get a movement speed down from Lard because of rock bottom. So let's go. We're going to go all the way back here and roll the black market. Theo's already getting kind of up there now. The run leg. I wasn't expecting to run into such resistance here in the dark chest. Could also just re-roll the D4, but I think I still want to re-roll the black market in case we get something truly amazing in here. Again, I'm not going to take the Tech Point 5. I will take Champion Belt, however. Yeah. There's options is good, too. We have both options now. Moving Box is not terrible, either. We can at least pack up Dead Sea Trolls and see what we get here. And we get Glowing Hourglass. Unfortunately, the Glowing Hourglass is nowhere near as useful as it used to be. Yeah. Yeah, you know, old Glowing Hourglass went the way of the dodo. You can still use it, of course, for what it's meant to be, but it's not its practical use is no longer relevant. Which was like, you know, let's say that, for example, you had your only key and you decided that you wanted to go just check out what's in the shop. And then you're going to decide whether or not that's worth going over the, instead of taking the item room. And in previous days, you used to be able, so good. You used to be able to do that. You used to be able to walk into the shop, see what was in there, and then if you didn't like anything, you just back out and it would refund you the key. So then you could go and check out the other option you had. But now, of course, the game does not refund you the key in that scenario. Which is really lame in my opinion, because that was a very clever way to leverage some advantages. I deliberately took damage there so we could get this huge buff from Hallowed Ground. So now we have the permanent Hallowed Ground buff, which is phenomenal. These are you wizard pills though, man. Alright, we're going to do a victory lap, but we're going to blast through it though. Second seed, 8 Romeo 4 Mike, Alpha 112. It was hypercoagulation and something else that I don't really care about. Once again, we just have a ton of money. Weird. We'll take Mom's key. You could also See if D-Bizzle can pay us out with a Soul Heart here. He did not. He gives an Emperor card, though. I will take. So we have Black Hole again. Flat File is good because we don't have to worry about curse rooms or spikes anymore, but go ahead and pass on it. Hoping they were going to find a confessional booth or something. Glass Eye, obviously, definitely want that. Addicted doesn't really matter, but we'll take the heart anyway. We're back on our Black Hole usage here. Up into the void. And what might be the most surprising thing about this run is the fact that, well, we have we have 21 keys, despite us having Guppy's Tail. So definitely the game trolling me just to make me look dumb again. After I got done saying how little keys we can expect to get. First Emperor card is going to give us a extra boss fight here, which is going to synergize very well with us, of course, having our options. Barrel treatment. I'm going to take it only because it can't hurt us. Looks like it didn't help us either, so. Okay, well, I'm gonna use this just to roll it, and look at that, we got another Tears upgrade there, so I'll take that. That we also had more Soul Hearts on the ground, so I don't mind using Kamikaze there. I'm a little bit bummed that apparently the Amnesia Pill, I thought it would affect that other temporary room that we were in with the Reverse Emperor card, but apparently not. Now we gotta contend with Curse the Lost again. Oh, Curse Lost and Curse the Maze. Get the Soul of Eden, which could also be pretty pog. An Empress card. Again, we're just using this to raise our stat floor here. Up our range, I mean. Yeah, raise our range. Oh, man. Well, you know we got to go Soy Milk. That is just going to giga pump our tears rate now. And with us already being Guppy, it's not looking good for the game. Yeah. This is not going to go well for your game. I mean, we do need more movement speed, so I'm going to take it. You may have noticed that our tears rate is now 56 because of Hollow Ground. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So despite us getting all the retro pills here from that golden pill, thanks to False PhD, still made away with like a bandit there. Just got shuffled into the mob trap room. I don't know why we keep getting Curse the Maze. We'll take Stigmata. Only doing this just to get the trinket out of the inventory. We still want trinket, or we still want active items on this run. What a fantastic way to start off today, though, man. Super strong run. A little bit of a snafu, accidentally taking the Polaroid instead of the negative, but we made it all better. We made it Mo Beta. What am I doing? I also have Splunker Helm, and I'm not paying attention to it. I could have swore there was a charge key somewhere. Did I imagine that? Doesn't really matter because we're about to get, oh my gosh, those 3 soul hearts. Mystery Sack paid out 1, and then Contract from Below gave us 2. Okay, so I'm going to use Eden Soul first, and here, get Chaos and Astral Plane, which, Astral Projection or whatever. Then we're going to get the Necronomicon, and use it in here. We once again keep getting shuffled over and over again. Oh, I'm sitting there like, why isn't he dying? He's on our side there, brain. We're already in total coast mode at this point. I'm still not taking $3 bill. E4 again. Yeah, I'll take Sinus Infection. Hail of Flies is great defense. Roll Mom's Bra and we get Berserk. Take Empty Vessel. Not that any of this really matters, of course. Now we're just looking to pump up the deeps, pump up the damage, pump up the everything. Oh. And we have a Curious. Curious is going to be nice as well for not only movement speed but for mapping. And we have the Spelunker's Helm, so we don't have to worry about doors at all. Where we're going, we don't need no doors. I think that line would have worked if Doc delivered it like that. Where we're going, we don't need no doors. So hard. If we used it, it would give us a horseman and a meat cube, which I do not want. We don't need the soul heart anyway. Gonna be honest, I'm surprised we didn't get a buff there from Rock Bottom. See, Dizzle. Trying to burn all these angel fetuses. Burn them all. We could spin Dizzle as well. Spin down die. There's a Tears Up, which I will take. Go. Can't be holding up production here, son. We got... Okay, well... As many hearts as that is, we don't need to... We don't need to let him grab all those. We don't need the HP. If I needed the HP, then yes. The second Mystery Sack. Ooh, wow. We get Uranus as well. Holy moly. I don't know if that was C-section or not, but if it was, this is about to be some craziness, y'all. It already is kind of crazy, but if this is C-section in one of these item rooms, get ready. Well, there's an R key. It wouldn't be a clean Omega run though. Yeah, because we haven't beaten Stanley. Yeah, it wouldn't be a clean one. There's the eraser, which we can take. Take and use it and then turn around and pick up something else. I'm just gonna give up on ever using the eraser properly. We need to go find our item room, our other item room. Oh, wow, this was all connected down here? Are you kidding me? A very rare instance of Isaac courteousness. Just looking for the other item room, game. The soul converter. Oh, we'll go ahead and use it. Guppy's head. And we got the de-sizzle again. It was inner child. It was not C-section. And needless to say, we don't need the extra heart or the extra life. I think we're good on that. Hold on to the D6 here. Big Chub. I would take Big Chub, except she has the really annoying sound effect now, and I'm just not gonna. This time I'm gonna take the negative for the damage upgrade, but we're still gonna go up here. Glass cannon, Guppy's head, all active items. All right. First the Maze. We know that we're instantly going the wrong way there because the map did not continue. Again, all I'm doing is I'm just simply looking at if the map extends in the direction that we are moving towards. This allows Spelunker Helm to be a really good source of information when it comes to whatever map you're on. Red Stew. Red Stew is going to give us a nice temporary damage upgrade as well, but all Red Stew did was just raise our potential damage by a whole lot. You know, that's dead end over there. Let's go check this side over here and there goes Mom's heart. No big deal, and yeah, we're gonna go see old Hushy. We've got chaos. We've got enough money to buy a premium item. There's so many curses, man. Milk. Yeah, I'll take it. And a glass cannon, which I'm not going to hold on to. Fortunately, there's no rerolls in here, but got Fat on Mushroom, which is going to give us a little bit of a boost in damage as well. Normally, it also gives us it also gives us a I cannot think right now. Totally lost my train of thought. 75 tiers here with no damage penalty. There we go. No problem at all. I think I'm going to take this and then we'll use that. Curse the Lost, dude. This is getting ridiculous here. You know what? I'm just gonna use the Emperor card now because we're gonna go fight Megastan. I've decided. We're not doing an Omega run anyway, so I don't care about fighting Blue Baby, but I do care about fighting Mega Stanley. Oh no, we don't have the key. Right, because we went down to the dark chest, the last one. We're all bad. Well, at least with Mercurius, we don't have to clear the rooms. Okay, there we go. And you see how the map kind of continues to extend over this way? There you go, that's the power of Mercurius right there. Holding the door open for you. Turn the head of Krampus here. Health down, meh. All right. See if we can find Delirium first go. Probably not, but we're going to try our best. What a run. As a reminder, everybody, if you enjoyed this run, make sure you click the like button. I went out of my way to go make sure that we had a victory lap for this video. And I got to say that the play with the play that led to Diplopia was pretty big brain there. Ultimately gave us the lovers cards, and then immediately, of course, we were served with rock bottom. A little temporary wavy cap, but don't worry, it's not going to last long. Gone to the west side of the map here. With Delirium, unfortunately. Wow, I can't believe that champion lived that long. Delirium screwing with us here. Take Mucormycosis. Obviously, Data Miner didn't have anything to do with the outlook of this run. Yeah, I don't. It feels like we didn't even have Guppy's tail. The amount of keys that we got on this run, we definitely lucked out on that. But again, it was the game just trolling me and making it seem like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about again. It's the game's favorite pastime. But my favorite pastime is getting really awesome, powerful runs like this. And it's submitted to you here on YouTube to you all in the mosh pit. So, what a run. What a run. Stellar run indeed. Thank you for watching, everybody. July continuing to go on the comeback tour. And if we can get more runs like that, you know what? I'm all for it, July. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like Mr. Melon Man, some Poo Boot, and Mythwithy. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.